Hey, it's Make It Make Sense, Mary. We are here at Talks in the Park, episode 5, with RuRu. He comes all the way from Flint, Michigan, but currently resides in Seguin. And this guy, in case you did not know, just became 3-0, won the fight last weekend at Freeman Expo Center, and you have to feel good about that. How do you feel?
Feel good. Feel real good.
You feel real
Oh
good?
yeah. Uh, I knew it was gonna happen, but
He said he knew it was going to happen. Hey,
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about, that confidence. So, like, tell me how that feels like in the moment when you realize that you won, you're in those last couple of hits and it's going down. Like, how does that adrenaline, just that like rush feel?
Kind of can't explain it. It's a really good feeling. It's really cool. Um, I don't know. It's like you're stuck in the moment for
Yeah,
like I mean like it's just it. Sometimes it's like overwhelming, but in a good way, I guess you can say.
right.
But yeah, it's awesome.
So when like you say you're stuck in the moment and then
Yeah.
okay it's over, yes you won, woo, you come out the ring, you're taking pictures and shit. How long does that adrenaline keep flowing? Like, are you rocking and rolling for like the next 5 hours, like
Oh yeah.
souped up or
It
like
hits.
pumped up?
It hits on the way home.
Yeah.
As soon as I get in the car and I'm on the way home, it like just all hits at once. It's like, damn, I'm sore.
Right.
I'm
It's
sore.
like right
Yeah,
after
and it all just hits. It's like, damn, I'm sore as fuck now.
hell yeah. So how did you end up in Texas? So you're from Flint, Michigan. How did you end up here?
My mom
Okay.
and my family, they're originally from Seguin.
Uh-huh.
And when my mom retired she's a nurse. And when she retired from up there, she wanted to come back down here and
Yeah.
try it out and get away from the cold too.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So she was down here, and then once my dad passed away, um, she told me like, hey, why don't you just come out here? You know, you got nothing really else really out there. Just come down
Right.
here and start over. And before my dad passed away, though, we were starting to box again. Like
Nice.
I've always been around it my whole life, but we started to box and actually take it serious, and then he passed away. So
Right.
when I came here, my mom found me a gym locally, and I started boxing again. And for
Awesome.
about the past 8 years, I've been I've been boxing,
That's
taking it serious.
awesome. So I was gonna, you were kind of a step ahead. You were in my head. Like I was gonna ask you a little bit like about your background and like where the boxing thing came from. Like, and I'm definitely sorry to hear about your dad. It's not cool, for lack of better terms, ever when somebody loses somebody, especially a parent. That can be difficult. But I feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, that had to fuel your fire in a
Yeah.
way. So tell me a little bit about that, if you mind. Not to take it too deep, but if you don't mind.
Because like I said, it was we had just started to take it serious. Then he passed away. So there was like a little time right there where I was doing stupid stuff, getting in trouble, and
Yeah.
all the fun stuff. And so that's when my mom told me to come down here, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't have a job or anything. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I had like a minute to really think about like, man, what do I want to do in my life?
Yeah.
And I guess boxing just it wouldn't leave my mind. Like
Right.
it wouldn't go. So I was like, all right, well, I'll try it one more time, and I'm gonna give it my all. And
Yeah.
here we are.
And here we are. So
Here we
apparently
are.
it's working out for you. That's awesome.
I'm
That's
starting
awesome.
to make a lot of noise, and hopefully it goes up from there.
Yeah,
All it's
definitely.
gonna do is go up from there.
And if you guys have not seen this guy in action, check him out. I had the opportunity and the pleasure of seeing him live. I believe your first fight, was that your first major fight that I
Yeah.
was at? Yeah. And it was really sweet. It was a great environment. He was totally like in the zone, kicked ass, of course. And like clearly your hard work is paying off and y'all need to check him out. He's everywhere on Facebook for sure. I see your stuff. Where else can we see you at? Like if we want to check out some previous fights and stuff.
On Instagram,
Instagram?
RuRu_Santiago,
Okay.
and on Facebook, RuRu Santiago.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Hell yeah.
So does your mom support your boxing? To
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about your family a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's the reason this all even started too. She actually let me, not get a job and stuff like that, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
actually supported me. And I did get a job and eventually.
Yeah.
But she held it down for a while
That's awesome.
and let me do my thing, and she saw that I was taking it serious, and
Yeah.
like to this day, I always shout her out for holding it down, because she she did start all this. She when I first started, 8 years ago when I first started again, she she held it down for the
That's
first
awesome.
3 years.
That's beautiful. What's her name?
Becky.
Rebecca. Becky.
Yeah.
Shout out to Becky and all the real moms out there that hold it down, even if they thought in their head when their kids were little, like, okay, I want them to do this, and this, and then they decided they wanted to box, and they say, you know what, Becky said, you know what, I got this. I'm gonna hold it down. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, let me ask you this. So, who would you say, and I hope I'm not circling back, but who would you say your biggest influence has been in your boxing career?
Everybody that doubted me.
Nice. Tell me more.
Every single person that doubted me. Just anybody. Anybody. Because I've always been told too I was too fat to box, or just I was back then I was a little stoner and everything like that.
Right.
So everybody just like bullshit. Because I've always liked boxing. I've always wanted to box. I just never took it serious.
Right.
So like when I said 11 years ago I was gonna start taking it serious, and
yeah,
everyone laughed at me, and then here I am now. I'm one of the top fighters here in San Antonio.
Hell yeah.
Not like major yet, but I'm starting to climb the ladder.
Yeah, don't downplay yourself, like for sure. For sure.
But I am one of the one of the top boxers here in San Antonio for sure.
That's awesome. And that was a really good message. Like, people, right, like just what you said, people laugh at you, say that you're this, say you're that, think that you're just playing, think that you're actually not going to do it, or whatever the case may be. And I'm just like you, that's the type of shit that fuels my fire. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm gonna show you, like, for sure.
Like, even this fight, my opponent and his trainer were talking back, doing a bunch of extraness.
Yeah.
They doubted me because of my size. Well,
yeah.
Hey. The fight spoke for itself.
Absolutely.
The things I said I couldn't do, I did to them.
Hell yeah.
But that's
exactly. But look, so let me, on that note, because I believe I remember hearing you talk a little bit about your weight loss journey in order to get where you wanted to be for a particular fight, and I'm assuming going forward. So tell us a little bit about that and how that went down. Was it on purpose? Was it just like, I want to feel better, I want to be in this weight class, or like, what did you have going on?
Everything. I just wanted to drop the weight.
Okay.
Get back in shape, get back to being comfortable to where I'm able to do the stuff that I do, the whole fight.
Yeah.
Because, I'm not like a regular heavyweight. I throw a bunch of punches. I last the whole round. I don't get tired.
Right.
So I feel like that's my advantage. So in order to do that, I have to be, at a good weight for myself. It's a self goal. I don't have to be at any weight. I can be at any, weight I want.
Right.
But for me, I feel more comfortable, being a lot lighter.
Yeah.
So I don't have a bunch of weight and stuff to moving around with me.
For sure, because it makes a difference. Like, and I can say that from personal experience, not necessarily trying to gain or lose, but I've always been like an up and down type of person. And you can just tell, like, even coming up the steps, it's like, whoo, you shed a couple, and then it's like, yeah, you just feel so much more like in shape and motivated to
like
do
right
more.
now I feel horrible because I haven't been to the gym in a week. I
go
back tomorrow. And so I haven't been doing anything. I've been eating,
Yeah.
So now I feel all that right now. So
well, look, I was sitting here plotting on. I'm like, should I walk the trail before we leave? Like after this interview, because I've been doing the same thing. I like try to move around and try to at least stay moving. And I've just been eating and chilling and for the past week. But we need it sometimes. Exactly.
It's fun.
So let me ask you this: what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? And that is anything, like anything that's ever crossed your mind, any idea, anything. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? We need some Jeopardy music. We're gonna give them some
right?
time.
I don't know.
Like, would you build a spaceship? You know what I'm saying? I mean, anything. If you knew you couldn't fail.
Give my kids the world?
Give your kids the world?
Count?
Yeah, it counts.
Does
Hey,
that
the
count?
answer is yours. Elaborate, yes.
Just give my kids everything.
Just give them
Just
everything.
everything.
Hell
Everything. Yeah. Everything that they need. Everything, My kids are my biggest motivation, too.
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
everything I do is, for them.
Hell yeah.
So, they play a big part in everything that I do also. So,
It is.
anything to do with my kids. If I could do anything, I would do everything and anything for my kids.
That's awesome. How old are your kids and what are their names?
They
if
just
you don't
had
mind?
2 birthdays.
Yeah.
This past week and the week before.
Uh-huh.
I'm bad on dates. I think it's the 22nd and the
Typical dude.
28th, and they're just turned 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Oh, so you got little baby supporters. That's what's
Yeah.
up. How is that with 2 toddlers
They
running
love
around?
it.
Yeah.
They love it. My little one, she likes going, but she's not into really boxing. But my oldest one, she loves going to the gym. She
Oh, that's
loves
what's up.
going to the gym. When I'm there training, she wants to run around and do what we're doing. She gets in the ring, and it's awesome.
So you
It's
think
fun.
you might have a little female boxer in the making?
I hope so.
Yeah, you would like that
Yeah.
if that
Oh
was
yeah.
the case?
My little one, no.
No.
Not at all. No. But my oldest one, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. She's crazy.
That's what's up. So what do you think? Oh, of course, perfect timing. What is this flying over us? Little ambiance out here, talks in the park, episode 5. So what do you see your other little girl doing?
Some piano player.
A piano player?
Some piano player.
Really? So she's
Yeah.
into music.
Yeah, too, and I know piano players get a lot of scholarships and are really smart. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's the route she's gonna take.
Yeah, so I'll have to, in the next few years, we'll call it, when these ladies are out there making it big, and I'm sitting on somebody's stage, preferably mine. I'll have to interview your daughters. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all here. So you are actually, I'm excited to interview you today too, because you are the first person that I've interviewed that is not a musician. And typically it's like I am open to interview whoever, but it seems like musicians just land, over here. So when I talked to Ben, shout out to Ben in the back, when I talked to Ben and he said that, we could do an interview, I'm like, sweet, yes, hopping outside of the box. This is awesome, because I feel that you're like an interesting person with an interesting story and out here kicking ass in San Antonio, and I like it a lot. Like, that's what's up. So how important do you feel in life, whether it be with your fans, with your daughters, with your family, with your friends, whatever, do you feel that like keeping it real is, and telling your story, like your authentic story?
How important?
Yeah, how important do you just think that is in life?
Very important.
Very important?
Yeah, because I actually do come from I have a crazy story.
Yeah.
And I'm not like anything big yet, but there's just always a way out.
Yeah.
When you look at people and be like, life's rough. Everybody has a story, but it's how you take that and
Yeah.
go about it with life. And
Yeah.
I just happened to be one of those ones when I came out here and had to start over.
Right.
I found myself. I found who I was, so I was able to be myself with no judgment.
Right.
Because I didn't know anybody or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's important.
It's super important. Like, especially, like to just be yourself and like to not worry about what anybody else thinks. And that's easier said than done sometimes. You know what I mean? You really have to hone in and get inside of yourself to have the confidence to do that, And I believe, I hope, make it make sense, Mary. I always talk about mental health and stuff. So you've been like nailing a lot of stuff just naturally throughout the conversation. If you don't mind me asking, I need to start. I'm like, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask him all types of stuff, even if he minds. But so you said you kind of have a crazy story. Do you mind telling us a little bit about like your journey just in life from A to B?
I took the hard way. I was one of them that had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we weren't struggling, but we never had a lot of money or anything like that.
Right.
But I never went without. My mom always made sure I had everything. But I'm the one that took the route of wanting to be rebellious, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did a lot of that. I brought a lot of my own problems and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
just stupid stuff. I got to hang with the wrong people doing wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And it led me to dropping out of school. I never finished school.
Yeah.
Just doing stupid stuff for a long time, and that's when I quit boxing too, because I was boxing around that time too.
Right.
But I just quit boxing. I quit doing a lot of things, and yeah. That's what eventually led up to my dad passing. What led up to it.
I know
but
what you mean. Yeah.
My dad passed. Once I started realizing, damn, there's more to life than what I'm doing.
Right.
My dad passed away and my mom was out here, and so that's what brought that into play, was me coming out here, just everything that I had been through, and
Yeah.
Because I went to private school. Like I was popular at a private school, and
Mm-hmm.
I had all the cool kids, liked
Right.
me and everything like that. So, like I said, I had everything. I just was one of those ones that wanted to be rebellious.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to the best of us. The way that I look at that, like, I'm very similar. Like, and I know you didn't give me much details, but with what you said, I can relate, right? It's like I am the most, and I've gotten better, but I am the most like stubborn, hard-headed, have to learn the hard way type person.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like you could literally tell me, do not go over there. There's a anaconda laying in the middle of the ground. I'm like, what? Hold on, let me see. And as it's wrapping itself around me, I'm like, oh shit, he was right. You know what I mean? Prying myself the hard way. But yeah, and I think a lot of people are like ashamed or feel that they will be judged when it comes to the whole finishing school thing, right? And I'll tell you, I dropped out of school too, right? And I feel like a lot of people like us, especially taking things the hard way and not finishing school, or maybe taking the path that society thinks to be like the normal and right way. I feel like a lot of the times we're the ones that end up on top and really put in that work and know the value and just
Absolutely.
understand, so it makes a difference. So I think that gives you character, so
It does make us work harder though.
Absolutely.
I still say that we do got to work harder, but
Absolutely.
it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, actually have a daughter too, and she's about to be 14, and she's an artist, right? She is crazy good. She does digital art. She has a YouTube channel, all types of stuff, right? But kind of like what we were just talking about, I'm like, I'm not the type of parent who's going to try to force you to do anything when it comes to school and stuff like that. But I'm like, the least you can do is finish. And then at that point, you decide whether you want to take the easier way or the harder way. And I feel that you can be successful either way. But one way is going to be a little easier than the other. What do you think? You agree? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, life lessons, But so, what do you have coming up, RuRu? I feel like we could talk all day. Like you are very I like your energy. You got a good story with you. So, what's coming up? Where can we see more of you? And I know you're about to get back in the gym this week.
Yeah, me too. As of right now, nothing lined up yet.
Okay.
We'll probably get something soon.
Yeah.
My promoter's real good about keeping me active.
Nice.
So shout out to Big Rick Maronis.
Yeah,
my
big
dog.
leg.
But he's pretty good about keeping me active. So as of right now, nothing. But
Okay.
I am gonna get back to the gym and start a training camp. So when that call does, like, hey, you fighting?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
for sure. Stay ready.
I'm ready. I already took a week off, so I had my fun. I got to eat, got to chill.
Right.
So just back to the grind and on to the next one.
Hell yeah, back to the grind. So one more time, tell us where we can find you at. 'Cause we want to follow you, we want to see you. So Instagram, Facebook.
Instagram is RuRu_Santiago, and then Facebook is RuRu Santiago. Or there's a fan page, Team RuRu page. Just type in Team RuRu and it'll pop up, and you can follow me there too.
Yeah, and that's RuRu, Team RuRu. Yes, we forgot about that one the first time. So last question, just kind of wrap it up. So you mentioned your mom, who I know is definitely part of your support system. You mentioned your daughters. You just mentioned your promoter. What was his name again? Rick? Rick. You mentioned your promoter, Rick. So how important do you think it is to have a team and a support system? And who else is part of your team?
The two homeboys in the back right here, actually the whole team.
Yeah.
they're the whole team back there. So when you think of Team RuRu, it's them.
Hell yeah.
But it's very important. Like, just thinking about the stress that they go through.
Yeah.
To do what they do. I'm glad I'm thankful. I'm grateful for, having them, and for my mom being able, and for my girl to be able to take care of the girls while I go and train. It means the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
It means the world to me. Like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. It's like not believable. Like how good of a support system I have.
That's
like
awesome.
It's just not believable. But it's here. It's here. I got
surreal.
a good support. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a good
awesome.
support team, and they're the reason why all this is happening.
That's beautiful. So we got Ben and we got Avid Productions. Avid Productions.
Vivid.
See, look, I've been doing this whole dyslexic thing for the past couple. I'm dead ass serious. I keep switching shit up. So that was me. Vivid Productions. We got Ben the Monster in the back. What's your Instagram?
Instagram, it's
It's Trilly.
Yeah, it's Trilly NBC.
So follow It's Trilly NBC.
NBC.
NBC. I'm gonna put all this in the description too, by the way, to check out Vivid Productions. And then we got Ben DeMonster on Facebook. You find him there, and you can find him everywhere. Also, both of these guys part of Team RuRu. So before we go, once again, we always like to talk about mental health. Keep it positive, keep it upbeat. So with that said, give the people just one message. If you could say anything inspirational, motivational, whatever the case may be, what would that be?
Have fun. Just have fun with what you do. Have fun with life. Whatever it is you do, whatever it is you want to do, just make sure you have fun doing it.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise, it's work.
For sure.
Sure.
Agreed. Well, RuRu, it has been a pleasure. Like I said, my first boxer interview, one of the top boxers in San Antonio, soon to be the top boxer. Not only San Antonio, it's only up from there. We got Texas, we got nationwide, we got worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to watch this dude crawl, climb, run up the ladder. I just know it. And yeah, like I said, thank you for this opportunity. I hope you enjoyed the ambiance, the atmosphere.
It's nice out here.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, for sure. Well, before you go, everybody has to do this at the end of a Make It Make Sense Mary interview. You can find me at MiMs Meow on Instagram. I want you to just look at the camera. I don't want you to question it at all, and hit me with your best meow, 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 meow. Let's do it together. Go. Meow, 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 meow. Always throw everybody off with that at the end. You got to keep up, people. Watch Make It Make Sense Mary on YouTube. You guys have a wonderful day, and we are out. Peace for meow. Sweet.